Vaiduri has implemented or at the end of 2022 announced the implementation of Temenos Transact core banking system.
I guess starting with the motivation for the upgrade, we are running a core banking system that's 17 years old, so it's very based on old technology. It's very hard to integrate, very hard to innovate with it. So we undertook a journey starting in January 2021 to do an RFI, RFP process to select a new core banking vendor. And we ended up selecting Temenos and using Techiem as a partner. So in terms of the project itself, we formally kicked off in, I think, February this year. And we've been through the analysis and design stages, and now we're at the build stage. And we've chosen Temenos SaaS solution for this implementation. So definitely, we have a lot to look forward to. With the existing system, there's a lot of manual processes, a lot of manual workarounds. We do have straight-through processing for a number of transactions, but there's some transaction flows that's still very manual based. So I think straight away out of the box with Temenos, all our transactions will be STP, and having those the model bank workflows and to enable things like customer onboarding, origination, will make a huge difference for the bank's digital journey and really leapfrog us ahead of our competition in terms of what we can do digitally. I mean, obviously, we won't see the full benefit until we go live.
Right.
But I think when we did the evaluation, the core banking system that we use currently is very, very basic in a way. It's a database, application server. With modern cores, obviously with all the microservices and all the additional orchestration that goes on with that, there's a lot more complexity, and managing that with our existing IT team would be quite a challenge because the skill set is not readily available in the Brunei market.
Right.
So using a SaaS solution solves a lot of those problems for us, and we can get the experts to run the system for us, and we can focus on building the business, developing new products and services with Transact, and yeah. On track so far, but we're at that critical stage where we're making some decisions in terms of change requests and so forth. So we have to see. We're trying to keep it to that original time frame as much as possible. I think a lot of it will be around the existing pain points we have with the existing core system, especially in terms of the manual processes. We're adding a whole lot of new functionality onto our IT stack that we would have no way of doing without Temenos. So looking ahead, we have things like the open banking, to have the ability to open up APIs on the cloud. Things like the Temenos Data Hub is a big step forward for us in terms of reporting and analytics and so forth. Yeah, so a lot of things will be addressed by this project. Yeah, it will be a full replacement of the legacy system, and then potentially in the future we'll be looking at migrating some of our other core or peripheral systems into Transact. I think obviously the question we always get asked is how do you get the regulator to approve SaaS core banking? So that's obviously something we had to be very mindful of. And we did a lot of work internally and with Temenos to provide a very comprehensive review against the IT risk management guidelines that the central bank issues.
Mhm.
And so yeah, we've had a good discussion with them, and so far they're happy with what we're doing.
Okay.
But obviously it's an ongoing process, and we have to ensure we have good governance over the project as well as the system once it goes live. It will be fully on the cloud. First bank in Brunei to do that.
And have you chosen a cloud service provider?
Yeah, so we're going with the Temenos SaaS option, which is based on Microsoft Azure. Yeah, so definitely that's there's a lot of guidelines on that from the regulator.
Mhm.
So a lot of it we have dealt with in the contract with Temenos, ensuring that the SLAs are in place, the provision of security services, monitoring, and so forth. And also we have the governance structures in place to monitor and make sure that they're doing their job. Yep. We have a very closed environment for this, so all the data will either reside on our premise or directly into our instance on Azure with Temenos. So it's not leaving our environment at all during this process. Yeah, and we've taken this opportunity to really modernize our integration layer. So we've been putting in microservices and tidying up the integration layer. So we've got a number of on-premise systems that will integrate directly into the cloud with Temenos. Yeah. So I think day one, it will give, especially the customer, a lot more flexibility in terms of their transactions and seeing their transactions reflected immediately. What it does is it really gives us a platform from which we can then really start to innovate. So there's a lot of stuff that we've got in our sort of roadmap that we want to do, and we can't do it without Temenos in place. But yeah, I think the next few years will be very interesting, and I think we'll be deploying some very innovative features to the customers in the market. Yes, we're happy with the support to date. I think there's the three parties, there's Temenos, Tech Mahindra, and us. Everyone is committed to ensuring that the project succeeds. So yeah, I mean, there's a core banking migration, there will be ups and downs for sure, and we'll probably have a few shouting matches from time to time, but yeah, I think so far so good, and we hope that the relationship continues along that path.